boosted है life. Iron से iconic enersal energize. Iron से iconic enersal energize. Iron से iconic, iron से iconic, iron से iconic, iron से iconic.
So Strikers versus Kensington Cricket Club India, the KCC India. So Strikers have won the toss and have decided to bat first. So Rajesh Menon and Sumit Gupta are the two opening batsmen, and it's going to be Akshay to bowl the first over for Strikers. KCC, that's a wide to begin. Akshay just trying to get his line right. South Mumbai Premier League, this is match number 18. A 20 over game. I think the first match for both these teams. But that's gone through. And that would be 4 byes. So 4 byes to begin the innings for Strikers. In fact, a wide and then 4 byes. So 5 runs on the scorecard. So all 5 runs extras on the scorecard. He lost his line initially and the wicketkeeper missed the ball the very next ball. Still a ball to be bowled and they've conceded 5. Oh, this is cracking from Rajesh. But good work by the fielder. That half stop has prevented it from going for a boundary. Rajesh opens his account. The score moves on to 6. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. But he was outside the off stump. That's what he says. The umpire. A vociferous appeal for a leg before. But once you're bowling round the wicket, either the ball has to come back from an angle or you have to pitch the ball up and it has to hit it on full on the back foot. Those are the two ways you can get LBW. Coming with that angle, you need to at least take the ball in or the batsman should be absolutely back. He's bowling with an angle and with the angle the ball's curving away. This is Group B, Division B, Smpl Strikers versus KCC. That's not right line again. Just losing it. Just too excited Akshay to bowl with that new ball. The first over, you put a lot of energy and at time that exuberance of bowling with that new ball can get you into some trouble. Those extra balls generally go for boundaries or sometimes some wickets even. Straight to the fielder. That's a wide again. It's a very, very long over this been. So many wides in this over. Started off with a wide and has continued to bowl a few. 4 in this over so far. Finally, he gets it right. नहीं 22. Oh, that's beautifully bowled again. Finally getting his line right. A very long over in which he bowled a lot of wides. Four wides, four byes, and a run to Rajesh. Four byes. So Navid comes in to bowl the second over after a very long first over in which we gave away 9 runs and four byes and four wides and a single in it. So technically only 5 runs against his name, but 9 runs for the opposition. Navid comes into ball. Rajesh Menon might just get his first boundary on this ball. Instead, he plays it diligently, a proper block. He is an all-rounder, Rajesh Menon, for the team. The Australians play with a lot of this yellow helmet. They look very unique, the batsmen with this kind of attire. That's beautifully bowled. Got his line right on track. The first ball, the second ball exactly on the spot where he wants to. It's always good to begin well. In bowling or in batting, the way you get your first few balls, that's always more important. You get that block, even if it's a solid block in the middle of the bat, you feel better. That's how, even if you bowl, you get the ball in the right areas without doing much, you feel better. That's nicely bowled. That's not, but the batsman got it off the middle of the bat. That's what is more important. That's what is more important. He got it right off the middle of the bat. Sumit Gupta. That ball in the previous over he wasn't able to connect. This one was right off the middle of the bat, and you can see the next one coming now. Oh, that wasn't well timed, but that's in the direction which he wants to. The ball will go for a safe brace, easy couple. He scampers somehow. It was an easy second though. You get off the middle of the bat. That first previous ball was night knack. The second wasn't that connected, but you get some confidence and you bat well later. Again, that wasn't that well timed. The toe end of the bat. This is good by Navid. Not trying to do anything special, just keeping it straight and simple. These are Division B matches, South Mumbai Premier League, and just early rounds by both the teams. He went for the big heave. That was the best ball of his over, and not so good from Sumit. The score at the end of over number 2 is 9 without loss. In fact, it's 12. 12 without loss. So, 12 runs. That's down the leg side. That's going to be a wide. This has troubled him. He bowled 4 wides in the previous over on the outside. This one was on the other side. Someone has not got his line right, Akshay. He needs to get it right. So Akshat first over 4 wides. Next over another. Akshat left arm over the wicket. That's again outside the off stump. He's got his rhythm wrong somehow. When you see him, he did not get his run up right. Just somehow managing to get to that popping crease and delivering it. He should take some time. Yeah, that's good. That's good from the partner. Yeah, stay calm, he says. Sometimes that word is sufficient. Stay calm. You are a good bowler. Don't try to do something extra. Just bowl within your normal pace. That's going to work. His mate has given him some good advice. In fact, at times advice is not important. Just that pat on the shoulders and saying, "You are a very good bowler." Yeah, that's what he's doing, clapping him, encouraging him. A few words are sufficient. In fact, no words are sufficient at no words are required at times. Just that gesture. Oh, that shot, that's dispatch. That would be 4 runs. Wonderful pull shot, powerfully hit by the opening batter Rajesh Menon. He gets a first boundary of the innings. That was short and that was treated with disdain. Oh, that's beautifully played, but good work by the fielder in the extra. That's a chance, and that is wicket number one. Off the back foot, he hit it, but straight to the fielder, and a good throw right on the top of the stumps. Sumit gives it away. It's Bipin, who is the new batter. Oh my god. I hope he's fine. That wasn't needed. That was unwanted actually. It was hit on his back, little up towards the neck side would have been slightly dangerous. That's nicely bowled. Keeping it tight, keeping the new batter. So some parity after that first over. Akshat comes back, and a wicket in that over, not to him, but to the team in the form of a run out. 18 runs on the scorecard, 9 runs in the first over, 3 runs in the second, and 6 runs in that Akshar's second over. That's nicely turned away. Rajesh has looked in good touch. Has hit a boundary, and it's looked solid. Their scoring rate is exactly 6 runs per over now. 19 balls, 19 runs, 20 over encounter SMPL. First 4 overs of compulsory power play. Then 2 overs of pass. Oh, that's cleaned him up. That's yorked him. Not the right line to play. Completely missed it. It was straight one, not the ball which swung away actually. He played all over it. In fact, it was a ricochet of the pads and to the off stump. The ball was pitched on the leg stump. It ricocheted off the pads and it hit the off stump. Perhaps a straighter bat would have been a better option. Nineteen for 2. That's nicely turned away by Aditya. Score moves on to 20 now. 20 for 2. That's beautifully hit. Rajesh Menon has got everything off the middle of the bat on most occasions. This man has bowled really well. He's got a wicket to his credit for some tight bowling. South Mumbai Premier League Division 2. That's Division B, Group B matches. That's nicely bowled again by Naveed. Putting it in the area where the batsman would find it difficult. You miss, I'll be hitting it. That's what his idea is. Such bowlers who bowl within those stumps are almost dangerous, and they have a high probability of people getting bowled or LBW. Anil Kumble was one such bowler, very straightish. And what a shot that is! Fabulous. Couple of bounces into that wideish long off region. Fabulously hit. So 24 for 2 at the end of over number 4.
Boosted energy, boosted her life. INC iconic enersal, energize. INC iconic enersal, energize. INC iconic, INC iconic, INC iconic, INC iconic.
So Vatsal comes in to bowl the fifth over. 24 for 2. Exactly 6 runs per over. That's a wide. The ball was wide. Aditya went for it. With on offer, he wanted to get those 4 runs. So they got the mid wicket in and they got the sweeper cover back. In fact, the deep point. But that's very well kept. Wide down the leg side. The keeper has done a great job. Oh, that's fabulously hit by Aditya. A very good cover drive, and that would give him just 1 run. But that was a delightful drive from Aditya Bhatia. That's nicely bowled. Rajesh Menon has looked good, looked solid. He's that one batsman who shows you a lot of control and gives that assurance to the batting team that it's not difficult over there and there are no demons in the pitch. The grass has been chopped off little and it looks a pretty good surface now. The outfield is quicker now. Nicely bowled, that is. Seven runs in this over. 31 for 2 at the end of over number 5. So Harshal to Aditya Bhatia. Aditya Bhatia has played some good shots, but he missed the previous one. Went for that big full-blooded cover drive. He goes for it again, gets it this time. This will travel, but there's protection. There are two fielders, wideish long off and extra cover. Harshal to Rajesh now. This is going to be interesting. They're going along quite smoothly. Now Rajesh might just go for a big shot also. He goes for it, gets it, 4 runs. Oh, that's nice. That's controlled boundary. Rajesh has shown that control. One has to stay there. South Mumbai Premier League Division B. This is very important match for both of them. It's always important to start well. The KCC and strikers, they would like to win this one. That's beautifully bowled. Wrong choice of shot. Let's say it was pitched up. He's bowling that line where you get confused whether to play on the front foot or the back foot. He tried on the front foot, he failed. He went on the back foot, tried to cut it, again he failed. So that's what you call a good line, where batsmen get confused to whether to. That's a full toss. No doubts about it. This will travel. This will travel for a boundary. He gets a couple of boundaries. One long hop, dispatched on the square leg. A full toss, dispatched in that cow corner mid wicket region. So two good shots. One placed well and one hammered well. Score at the end of over number 6 is 40 for the loss of 2 wickets. And that's nicely bowled. That's beautifully played. That would be 4 runs. In fact, there's protection over there, but that was slashed so hard. Aditya Bhatia having the right idea. Any width on offer is going to go for it. If he misses out, that's going to be a wide. If he connects, he has a chance of getting a boundary. But they have got protection over there. They've got players in deep at point, in covers, and also at third man. So 3 players protecting that boundary. That's nicely done. This man is playing with a lot of control, Rajesh Menon. Oh, he goes for it again. Wide again. Aditya Bhatia looking adventurous, trying to go for his shots. That's nicely done. Good call there by Rajesh. A call of weight, and as soon as there was a misfield, he was ready for it. This is beautifully done. This would be, oh, great stop. Is it? No, instead it actually misses the batter. Fielder over there, and that's 4 runs. Straight hit. He went for that one-handed stop, couldn't stop it. Rajesh Menon has hit 3 boundaries in the space of last 10 balls. 2 in the last over, 1 in this over. And still, the over isn't complete. He thought that it was done. Was going to change for ends. Rajesh Menon, he's looked good. Oh, that's beautifully done. Hammered into that covers just for that single. But he's timing it well. Getting off the middle of the bat most times in the not. So 49 runs in this over. 9 runs. So 14 runs in this over. One delightful sweep shot from Aditya Bhatia. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. That wasn't one of the better shots. That's beautifully cut. The ball's racing. That would be 4 runs. In fact, he does a great job. The fielder at point. The ball was just racing. Good work. He had to move few meters on his left. Did a good job. The ball was racing though. Oh, he just went through him. And finally, this was good. They did not go for it. It's already affected one, Kunal. Oh, that's beautiful. It went straight to the fielder. Oh my god. The ball just bounced awkwardly. He's fine. He's tough guy. Oh, that's beautiful hit. That's racing toward that extra cover boundary. One run. Oh, that's beautifully done by Aditya Bhatt. He's playing some delightful strokes today. He's going for it and it looks good when he's in good form. A very good all-rounder. He's giving good support to Rajesh Menon. 9 overs, 58 runs. Good over in which just 4 runs were given away. That's beautifully done by Aditya again. He's looked in good touch today. Shots are racing off his bat. Score moves on to 59. We are into the 10th over. So very good bowling effort. KCC would be happy with their proceedings because he has got to. Rajesh has looked good, but he hasn't been allowed to go get away with the game. Score moves on to 60 now. Beautifully bowled. He's bowled well. That was his first ball when he bowled. He beat Rajesh completely neck and crop. And he has done the same with Aditya, but this time on the back foot. Just 2 runs in this over. He's bowled really well. Arshal. But that's not a good ball. And that will race away for 1, 2, 3. 3 wides, I would say. So very good over, spoiled by those 3 wides. The score moves on to 63 now. We are into the 10th over, 63 runs on the scorecard. South Mumbai Premier League strikers versus KCC, Kensington Cricket Club India. Straight to the fielder. It's becoming halfway through. Score is 63. So run rate of somewhere around 6.5 runs per over. They need to move on from here. They need to find ways to get impetus to the scoring. Power surge B, one such media. That's beautifully bowled. He beat him on the back foot. Now he has got completely beaten on the front foot as well. Wrong choice of shot. The score at the end of over number 10 is 63 for the loss of 2 wickets. 6.3 runs per over after over number 10. Oh, that's beautiful. That's 4 runs. No one's going to stop that one. The ball's racing away for a boundary. The fielder at long out had just 7-8 meters to cover. He did a great job, but the pace on the ball, the power on it, was just enough to get it over the boundary into that widest long off area. Absolutely no chance he had with the kind of power in it. The ball was always racing for the boundary. A good start after a break. Impetus to the innings. Boundary by Rajesh Menon. He is looking good. Oh, that's beautifully picked up. That's would be for again. Oh, pitched, hit down the ground into that long widest long off. Then a short ball flicked and tucked away into square leg region. Two different shots in two different directions. One of the front foot, one of the back foot. In fact, that was tucked away with no feet movement at all. That was pure timing and good hand and eye coordination and good reflexes. The two shots in two balls. They got 5, 6, 4, 5 in the last few overs. This over they got 8 in the first two. That's again into that direction. That would be hard work. Good stop. Great stop by the fielder. And he stops it from going over. 2 runs added to the total. That was it with some power again. Punch of the back foot. The ball's racing towards that widest long off. Their outfield has been grazed now. It has been raised off a few patches of grass. You can see they have been raised off. So it has become slightly quicker now. It has become slightly slow in the last few matches. They've done some work on it now. Beautiful outfield it is. Lush green. It has been a busy year. And people have played a lot of matches here. It's one of the most looked after places when you say about the outfield and the wickets. That's nicely done again. Rajesh is looking good. Aditya Bhatia played and missed a few in the last over, the last couple of balls of the 10th over. But in between he has played some very good strokes. That's well left. That's outside the off stump. That's wide. 10 runs in this over so far. A couple of boundaries, a single, and a wide ball. As the scoring has got that impetus, they need at least 160 on this ground to feel safe. 150 is a fighting score. 160 is a score where you can feel safe with. That's a wide. Initially, when we started off the season, even 200 were set and was chased. And slowly the pitches have slowed down with many number of matches. Also, the outfield slightly thick. Many factors coming into consideration. The pitches here, there are many pitches over here. In fact, 6, 7, and a few wickets. The ball has kept slightly slow, but other than that, so some of them are a beauty of wickets to play your cricket. That slashed. Aditya Bhatia flirting with danger, playing those strokes with a lot of freedom now. Rajesh has looked more solid, looked more in control. So that juvenile freedom Aditya has to go for his shots now. That's turned away straight to the fielder's hand. He's done very good job. That player at short mid wicket. So 16 runs in this over. At the end of over number 11, the score is 79 for the loss of 2 wickets. Oh, good attempt that was Aditya Bhatia getting a single. The score moves on to 80 now. That's down the leg side. That's going to be a wide. He's bowled well, Harshal. He's bowled consistently well, but has bowled a few bad balls also in between. But most times he has bowled the ball in the right. He has beaten both the batsmen so many times. That's an edge. That ball swirls, smooth, and goes for a single. That wasn't in control, Rajesh. One of the very rare times where he has lost control. Aditya Bhatia has played and missed a few, but he has played some good shots in between. Every probability that we might just see a boundary or a wicket in the next couple of balls. Just since that, he's going to go for his shots. And they're in very chance. Completely squared him up. Beautiful bowling. Good check shot by Aditya. Just motoring along now. They're going well. The run rate, which was 6.3, has raised on to 7.23 maybe. Okay, just gone ahead of 7 in that 1 over in which they got 16 runs. That's slashed, and that's no foul in no man's land. So twice in space of 3 balls. Rajesh Menon has played a shot with not that of control and was saved just because the ball landed in no man's land. Harshal's unfortunate. He's bowled well, but he doesn't have anything to show against it. He might just pick Aditya now. Oh, and that's a delightful stroke instead. The ball's racing into that extra cover region for a single. They negotiate him well. They understand he's the one who can pose some danger. Let's see. Twice in this over, Rajesh has gone for his shots, and the ball fell in no man's land. He could have gone easily, got out. Harshal has bowled well. This tall left armer has bowled well. Let's see what he has to deliver. He bowls a quicker one and a rash shot. That's a wide. Very wild shot from Rajesh. Very unlike his innings. This has been an innings of a lot of diligence, of a lot of good shots, and patience and control. That's good. Play with the straight bat. Fielder at long off. Does a good job. Eight runs in this over. 87 for 2 at the end of 12 overs. Now Deepak coming in to bowl the 13th over. 87 at the end of 12 overs. That's good going. Some just over 7 runs per over. That's fine. They got the impetus to the scoring after the 10th over. In the last 2 overs, they have got 24 runs. Rajesh is playing well. He has got 45 of just 34, and he has got 7 delightful boundaries. He played and missed in the last few overs. Last over, in fact. The previous over, he was just prolific. Let's see whether he gets his 50 now. He has got his 50. If he gets his 50, that would be in very good time. Maybe somewhere strike rate of 140, 150. That's good. Deepak starts off with a wide. The score moves on to 88. South Mumbai Premier League Division B matches. This is Strikers versus the KCC India, not the Kensington from New Zealand or England. Kensington Cricket Club, India. Just changed his shot at the last moment. He was getting ready for a big heave over long off or long on. In fact, from wideish long off to extra covers, just checked his shot and changed his mind at the last moment. So he's got 35 deliveries which he has faced. He goes for it down the ground. The ball's going to race away for just a single. Wideish long on, comes in straighter, stops it. He moves on to 46. Aditya Bhatia has given him good company. He has provided that stability that the team needed after that quick loss of 2 wickets. The all-rounder has come in and done a good job. But that's beautifully done. The ball's racing toward the extra cover boundary. Good job by the fielder over there. He's getting a new willow now. He's got a few shots to the toe end of the bat, and the bat's not doing fine. So that's good to change your artillery, your weapon. So change in weapon, change in strategy. Maybe a lighter bat, maybe. Rajesh Menon has got his own set of bats together. He has got his own things together. He customizes them. He has his special waters kept aside. He has got few bats for himself. He's got a friend who helps him out. Just as we have on a PGA tour, somebody carrying your whole stuff. There is someone with him. That's a wide again. Deepak needs to bowl it well within that area, because wides aren't going to help. Even if you bowl good and if you give 2-3 wides away, your oil gets spoiled. You need to control your extras. You need to show some discipline. And that's well bowled. Again, at the toe end of the bat, even this bat is not making some good noise. In fact, the connection is not good. 2 balls to go and he's on 46. We might just see Rajesh Menon's half century in the next 2 balls. In fact, he goes for it, gets a single. Again, this bat is not happy. Something wrong with connection, not with the bat. He's connecting at the toe ends. He's still complaining. He wants another weapon now. He has got 2. I don't know how many bats he has got. He's got 3-4, I think. He's not happy with this one either. Is it the tool or the artist who is at fault now? We need to be absolutely in sync with the weapon. Which, oh, this is nicely done. Dancing down the ground, Aditya plays some delightful stroke. Rajesh Menon still has it in to go for those quick singles. In fact, doubles. The score at the end of over number 13 is 95. 8 runs in this over. So a change of weapon now, change of tool again, and he has got 2 more bats. I don't know how big his bat is. Sashikant Someshwar. Sashikant Someshwar is the new bowler. So good. This has been 32 runs in the last 3 overs, which is good going. 10.66. Shashi is the new bowler. Shashikant Someshwar. Let's see whether he gets that breakthrough, which is much needed. So 160 is the score on this ground, which you can feel safe. 145, 150, 155 are chased down. 160, 165, if you bowl well, you can defend and win. So he has got 47 of 38 balls. So if he gets that 50 in say 40 balls, a strike rate of 125 for an opener is not bad. In fact, he has played well. He has been the one who has scored maximum runs. In fact, half the runs exactly of this innings. You might just see him getting the half century of this ball. He goes for it. This is 4 runs. This is no, that's protection. Good work, in fact. They keep him quiet. Great stuff. Now the fielder at covers, moving towards his right, stopping a certain boundary. He moves on to 48. Aditya Bhatia comes on strike. The score moves on to 96. Aditya Bhatia might just feel he must be itching to get away now. But that's great stuff from the wicketkeeper. Except for that one bye in the first over, 4 byes, he has done very well. So many wide balls have been hurled and he has got hold of almost everyone. Extra work, overtime, hardship for the wicketkeeper, and he is doing it and enjoying his stuff over there. That's what is more important. Enjoy your game. Aditya Bhatia goes adventurous. How did that miss the stumps? That's the only question. He is going for his adventurous shots, trying to be naughty. It's because he's playing with that field over there. He understands there is no one right from mid wicket to that square leg, fine leg area. That's dancing down the ground. That's an opportunity. Nicely grasped. Aditya Bhatia going for a big one, gets out. So he's on 48. He has 48 of 39 deliveries. He will come on strike now. Shashikant getting that breakthrough. Every bowler tried. Aditya was going well. He wanted to get the innings ahead, but that was going. The scoring was quite fine actually. Wasn't bad. Like 8-9 years runs from here on will take them to one closer to 160, and was in no need to go for that shot. Just short of that fielder over there. Again, the toe end of the bat. This tool he's happy with. He's steering sound again from the bat again. But Rajesh might just go for the big one now. That's what he goes. But there's protection against him. They have fielded well against him. They got the fielders in the right area. And he moves on to 49 now. Move on to 99. Rajesh moves on to 49.
boosted energy, boosted life. INC iconic enersal, energize. INC iconic enersal, energize. INC iconic, INC iconic, INC iconic, INC iconic.
In his car, and he's got those also. But his bats are doing all the talking here. He's racing. That would be his half century. What a way to get it. What a good shot. Strike rate of almost 125. He gets his 50 in the 41st ball. What a good shot. And 100 runs for the team. He gets his 50, Rajesh. And that's good job. That's nicely done. The ball's racing towards the mid wicket. That's just a single. Aditya Bhatia looked good. He was looking very, very adventurous. In fact, he was the one who gave some solidity to the innings along with Rajesh Menon. You need people like him, Aditya. Oh, this is long. This is big. This is 6. Banged into the cow corner. What a shot that is. Deepak, who had bowled well, has been smashed into that cow corner for a delightful 6. He goes for it into the covers. A single. Sachin Sheth is a new batter. He has looked good. He has got a sixer. And he has been crammed. They go for the first one quickly. In fact, there is a chance for a couple. Will they go for it? Yes, Sachin goes it. Sachin is quick. Sachin is superb. He gets a couple. The run may have gone to the batsman on strike, but it's always a non-striker. He contributes more with that running towards that danger end. But the throw was at the right end because the batsman was on the back foot, so it went on to the keeper's end. A good understanding by the fielder over there. Oh, he went for the scoop. Not the Dil scoop, I would say Surya Kumar scoop. Forget about Dilshan. We have our own Surya Kumar Yadav who does it. Oh, that would be 5 wides. Those are more than welcome. Christmas is just round the corner. This is Santa. 5 runs are so very welcome. He has bowled so well, Deepak, in this over, just losing his way. Bowled well in this previous over, just lost his way in this one. He's a good bowler. That's again nicely bowled, crammed him. So he's bowling to his field and the right length also. After getting hit for a sixer, good comeback of sorts of him. A very, very expensive over for the fielding team. 119, 20 runs in this over. Can you imagine? With those 5 wides and a sixer helping the cause. 119 at the end of 15 over. That is almost 8 runs per over. One short of it. If Rajesh bats along, he has a strong possibility of getting close to that 85-90 runs. And if he goes mad, he would get a century and his team would get somewhere close to 190. No, it's a possibility. 60-70 runs on this ground, if you go really mad, is possible in the last 6. People have got 64 in the first 10 and they have got 200 plus at the end of 20 overs. So they have scored almost 140 runs, 130 runs in the last 10 overs even. Now that was at the beginning of the season where the pitch was an absolute beauty and the outfield slightly quick. The grass has grown a little bit, but the grass has been trimmed now, so that pace on the wicket outfield is back, and so is some quick scoring. We'll have a long break now. We'll meet again on 8, so there would be a gap of considerable 18-19 days. Well, no gap over here when it comes to hitting. He is smashing them. That would be difficult to stop. Good work by the fielder, but he cannot. But that's some confusion. That's a good throw. Fabulous throw, in fact. Great stuff by the fielder, patrolling that area in deep extra cover. Super stuff. Sachin Sheth has come in and has got fresh lease in life. The same what Aditya did. Aditya did a job of unsettling the opposition. Sachin has just come here and disturbed the whole setup of the bowling attack. With shots like this, he is smashing them. He got a big 6, and after that he has got single of every ball which he has faced. Oh, that's good batting. It's no point hitting a sixer and getting a lot of dot deliveries. It's always good that you consolidate your good work with those runs of every ball. That's a full toss. That is smash. That is down the ground. That is 6. Straight it down the ground into the side screen. In fact, over it. What a good shot with very little power in it. He just smashed it. Just quoted the mosquito of that kind of a shot. And this man, the man in yellow helmet, is in red hot form. This guy has changed almost. That's a 4th or 5th bat for him. He's got a few more in his card and asked for 3 more bats, which is, I would say, the driver got or his friend got. And I don't know, he's come with 8 bats today. That's a wide. Remember, Shahid Afridi hit that fastest century with Sachin Tendulkar's bat. And he wasn't having a bat. Sachin Tendulkar gave him one, and he hit that fastest 100 in just 33 or 37 balls. I don't recall. Oh, he goes for it. This is just squatting off. That tool in his hand is a good one. He will stick on with that one. That was off the middle of the bat. Middle of middle, I would say. Fantastic. Middle lengthwise, middle breadthwise. That was fabulously hit. Two sixes in this over will skyrocket this score, and strong possibility this man might just get close to 80-90 runs. In fact, 80 and 70 is as good as getting a century in a one-day game. 30s are as good as having a 50 in a one-day game, and 80s and 90s are considered to be a big magnificent contribution. That's good work. That's the right line. Not pitched up, not too full, not too short. So great line, great length. Length was fine. The line was better. He missed out on the length twice. One was overpitched, the other one was in the slot, and it was deposited out of the plot over there. That's going to be a wide again. Series of wides that can happen when you have a batsman in that kind of mood. The bowler are bound to come under some pressure. The bowlers always have that space of coming back. Let's see. He has bowled a good delivery in this over. He's gone for a few. He gets a single down the ground and will keep strike. The score at the end of over number 16 is a massive one. Again, 137, 18 runs in this over. Massive over. In the previous over, they got 19. This over, they got 17. 137 at the end of over number 16. Rajesh Menon is on. Rajesh Menon is on 71. Rajesh Menon got his 50 in the prior to this one. He has raised on to 71. Sachin Tendulkar, when he used to play his cricket, he used to get his 50, then he used to get a 10 more, 15 more runs, and he used to get from that bracket of 65 to 90 runs in double quick time. And within no time, you'll find him getting from 60 to 90 in double quick time. Then he used to take a little more time in the 90s. In fact, he was the batsman who got out more than 10 times in ODI cricket on the score of in the score of 90s. So that happened to him. There was no kind of nervous 90s because he's got more than 100 and 900s over there. So that can happen. 10% of the times you may fail after reaching the score of 90. So that's fine. People say he was nervous in 90s. I don't think so. 10% of the times he got out in the score of 90s. There may be every slot in which he may have got out 10% of the times. Well, that's fine. But the way he used to just get ahead in from 65 to 90 was just phenomenal. Just used to smash his way in those 70s, 80s, and 90s. Just like that, just like Rajesh Menon. This is fabulous. This is 4 runs. This is powerfully hit. He is moving on to 75. And people were laughing when I said he got his 50 in the 15th over. He might just get 100. I just held myself back of saying 100. I just said 80 and 90. But I felt he would get close to 100. He has a strong possibility of getting one. Lots of time on his side now. He's got 75. And he has got truckloads of time to get his 100. In fact, 23 more balls. And just to get his 24 more runs. That's a wide. In fact, no. That's well within the limits. The bowlers have gone for plenty. That was nicely bowled within that channel. Good comeback by the bowler. He might still go for it again. And that's beautifully bowled Yorker. Good comeback. Change in pace. Quicker one and bowled exactly in that area where the batters find it difficult. He was camping on the back foot, waiting for the ball to be pitched short or in length area. He pitched it right up. Good bowling this. The good, smart, intelligent bowling. The good length for any ball batsman can change in different phases. In this last part of the innings, he was camping back on the back foot. And this is good for him. This is great bowling. In fact, it is called wide, but the length was just superb. Why? Because this batsman is a different one. He is on the front foot trying to give you or hike you down the ground. He bowled just short of length. So 2 different lengths for 2 different batters. That's good from the bowler. He may have gone for a few in the first few balls, but he might just be lucky and he might get a wicket. Almost got a wicket. That's good bowling. Tight, nice bowling. Understanding the dynamics of the situation of the game. Also understanding the way the 2 batsmen are standing and taking post. Sachin Sheth is there on the front foot trying to go for these big shots down the ground, and whereas the other batter, he is camping on the back foot. So this is good length. This would be pitched up, I think, Yorker. Yes, it was pitched up. It is smashed. It is down the ground. So you can almost sense what the bowler is thinking now. He's bowled 2 balls in the good length area. He pitched one up now. Well, that's good, smart thinking from the bowler. And I think it's the last ball of the over. Bowling a Yorker would take some strength. He would go for that ball outside that off stump, a wide Yorker kind of ball. I feel so. Yes, he goes for it, but this is nicely done again. Overpitched. That's a single. Yorker bowling that Yorker takes a lot of strength. The more you pitch the ball up, it takes more effort. And to do that in the last ball, it's not easy. So you always see those Yorkers, bouncers in the initial part of the over. The score at the end of over number 17 is 145. A good over considering he was hit for a boundary. 145, just 8 runs in this over. Good comeback of sorts. The way the last 2 overs have gone, 20, 18 and 8. So this is a kind of comeback for the bowling side. The scoring is good. Anything is on cards now. 190 is also on cards. I think 175 would be a really realistic number. But if Rajesh Menon goes mad, if Sachin gets off the middle of the bat, 190 is also a probability. Deepak is a good bowler though. He may have gone for a few in the previous over, but he might make a comeback. But if this man stays on strike, the man on strike on your screen, he might cause a lot of damage. In fact, he's on 76 now. 77. 77. Half the runs he has got. Almost half. In fact, more than half the runs. This man. This team has got 145. Rajesh Menon has got 77 of just 54 balls. That is brilliant. Last 14 balls, this man has got 27 runs. He is going at a strike rate of 200 after getting his 50. His strike rate was 125 when he reached his 50, and he's going at the strike rate of 200 after that in the space of those 14-15 balls, which he's got 27, 28 in fact in the 15 balls. So that's how you pace up your innings. That's how you play. That's nicely done into the cow corner region. This will race away for the 150 of the innings. 150 on the cards in the 18th over. There are 16 more balls remaining, and 16 more balls remaining for Rajesh to get close to that magic number of 3 figures. Indians, we always watch out for personal glories. Absolutely no interest the umpire had. Wicket keeper is not happy. He was quick though, but not quick enough. He goes for it. That's long and high, and that's over the fielder over there. Perilously close to being caught. But that's 6 runs. Second sixer for Sachin Sheth. So they're hitting from both ends now. That becomes very difficult for the bowling side. If one batter is going hard against you, it is difficult time. But it is both the batsmen are going strong. It's agonizing time for you. No, they are racing on to that 180 mark now. Even 190 is on cards. They get every 6 every over. They're going to come close to 185, 90 runs. The man whom I have a close interest now, will he get that magical? Always we Indians get excited with that kind of numbers. Gets a single. The score at the end of. In fact, it's a boundary. I thought it had just gone for a single. That's some good fortune for him. And first misfield after a long time. The score at the end of 18 overs is 150, 161 in fact. 16 runs. I thought they may have got 14, 15. They got 16 in this over. 161 at the end of over number 18. And Rajesh Menon, he is into his 80s now. He has got 82 runs. And so they've got 16 in the last over. If they get 15 runs per over, they get close to 190. So 190 is on cards. Rajesh's 100 is also on cards. Rajesh has got almost 55% of the runs, and so has this man. He has looked good. Aditya Bhatia contributed well, but this man has looked good. The fielding team have done all good things. They should have controlled those wides though. That's good bowling. That's great bowling. It won't be easy for Rajesh to get his 100. This man is good. He bowled really well. Last over, he just gave away 8 runs when every other bowler was going for 18, 19, 20 runs. The wicketkeeper has done a great job, but I think he has got injured now. Might have hit the unprotected part of his body. Ball just dipped and has hit us. Oh my god, it's knee. Oh, that's smart. That is prudent. Somebody that just told him that Rajesh is on 82 and Rajesh is a better hitter. That's good. Even if he gets 100 or he does not get 100, that's immaterial. But he should get those maximum chances. Remember, Sachin Tendulkar would have got that double hundred quite a long way back when Jadeja was playing with him. His highest score was 183 then. Jadeja did not allow him the last 2 overs. Not this Jadeja, Ajay Jadeja. Sachin Tendulkar would have got his double century quite a way long back. And he played all the last 6 balls. Jadeja played and just did not give Sachin the chance to get his 200. So this is good from Sachin Sheth over here, giving chance to his mate. He may or may not get. That's a different issue. Again, this bat is making strange sound. He needs to change the manufacturer now. He's got nice sixes going off that bat, but this bat again has made some strange sound. He moves on to 83. Sachin might just go for a big one now. Watch out, cow corner. Watch out, square leg mid wicket. Maybe a cow corner. Yes, he goes big. He goes into the long. What a shot. Very high and very far. Just on the top of the side screen. That takes some strength. Sachin has got a lot of it. Closing into that 190 mark. That's good. Sachin took a single, gave chance to his opponent, but his team is more important. Now he's going for his shots. Might see another 6 coming. Fielders be on alert on that area. And that's beautiful. That's good bowling. It's a full toss, but that's the right ball. Lower full tosses at the end are not easy. Ajit Agar used to bowl a lot of them in his spell. In the bowler of 90s, very thin, wiry bowler, but he used to always bowl in that 140 plus margin. And he used to bowl against Saeed Anwar and Sanat Jayasuriya, that kind of bowlers, and took consistently their wickets in the first few overs, also at the end of the innings. Oh, Rajesh goes for it. This is into the covers. This is fabulous work by the fielder over there. He'll keep strike. He moves on to 84. And the score at the end of over number 19 is again a good one. They get 170. 170? 171. 10 runs in this over. 19 overs, 171. 71. 84. 84. 84. 84. Rajesh needs 16 and the team needs 15. In fact, the team needs 19 runs to get close to 190. Let's see whether both those targets are achieved. 16 runs of the last over. He needs to have 3 big shots. That's beautifully yorked. Wonderful ball. Not all love stories have a romantic end. Rajesh Menon's that pursuit to get close to 100, I think would be slightly unsuccessful. But he might just surprise us by hitting a 6-4-6 next 3 balls. That's fabulous by the wicketkeeper. He has been just brilliant. He has saved almost 20-25 runs. The all balls going alright. Fabulous stuff from the wicketkeeper. The score moves on to 173 now. 172 in fact. Rajesh Menon's on strike. He gets opportunity now. Oh, that's super stuff from the bowler. He has bowled so well. He has been the difference of this team not getting over 190, 195. He has bowled his last 2 overs really well, this man. 4 balls remaining. He has just conceded 1 in this over so far. Rajesh. That's wonderful. In fact, next 3 balls, best would be Rajesh taking a single, forget about his own glory, give it to Sachin who's hitting well. He has 3 balls to get his century. He's on 84. Oh, that's super. That is Surya Kumar. That is 6. Shot of Smpl Division B. What a shot. A scoop for a 6. He moves on to his 90s now. 2 balls for him now. That's the shot of the evening. I would say that's the shot of SMPL 2022 in the Division B. Division A, we have seen some fantastic shots. This is easily one of the best and one to remember. What a shot that was. Surya Kumar like. He goes for it again, but single this time. He would remain in 90s. In fact, it's a chance for him to come back. He is greedy. He wants to. He won't, but he would remain unbeaten though. A 91 not out is far better than getting out in the 90s. But that's good. That's great. He's got 7 runs in this over. So that will take the scoring to 178. It will be 179 or maybe 180. No. Oh, Rajesh Menon sacrifices. In fact, he gets a couple. The Zingers had already gone. They get a couple. So 9 runs in this over. In fact, 10 runs since over. 181 for 3 at the end of 20 overs. So yo, Kunal and Vishal, the three men, the protagonists in over here. Kunal is the opening bowler. That's beautifully bowled. Kunal getting the ball in the right line and length. You push the ball in the right line and length with good pace, the new ball's going to do a lot of work for you. That's what Mohammad Shami does a lot. That's what the best bowler, I would say, of line and length, Hazelwood right now, who does it right a lot. 90s we had Bruce Reed, Whitney, that kind of bowlers used to trouble so much with that left armers just by pitching the ball in the right ear. They were almost unplayable with that angle. And they used to bowl superbly on that length, that hard length with that nice bounce, and that area where it was difficult for them to be driven, for them to be cut, and they used to bowl overs and overs of economy of just 2 and 3, 6 over 12, 6 over 14, that kind of spells in the first few overs. That's what the new ball will do, and puts the ball in the right areas. The batsman has to fabricate, manufacture, engineer, and gets those runs. This is smartly driven. What a shot! Delightful stroke to get the first. So they lost a couple of wickets early whilst in the first inning. In the second over, it's the same story. They also lost a couple of wickets quite early. So 18 for 2. New batsman is Viraj. Target is 182, a stiff one. Once there is that's big score on the portal, it becomes difficult. That's nicely done. So they got few runs on the scorecard, but they lost a couple of wickets. That's the story so far. That's a wide. That's beautifully bowled. Yorker. That's will go for an under-edged boundary. Very well bowled that was. Sometimes the statistics will not reveal what has exactly happened. That may show 4 runs, but that was a very, very good ball, which York, the batsman, had him into a lot of trouble. But the scoreboard says 4 runs to the batter. But I would say something which the bowler hasn't done anything wrong. That's beautifully driven. That's 4 runs. What a good shot on the top. Delightful, crisp cover drive for 4 runs. That's beautifully hit off the back foot through him for a single. This is going to be a good contest. Yeah, they've lost 2 wickets, but they haven't stopped themselves for scoring 4 runs. There would be first 4 overs of compulsory power play, and also those two pass surge overs might be the ones which might be the difference between the two teams. That's beautifully bowled and good work by the fielder over there. That's a wonderful shot through the covers. Goes for a couple of runs.
Boosted energy, boosted her life. INC iconic enersal, energize. INC iconic enersal, energize. INC iconic, INC iconic, INC iconic, INC iconic.
That's down the leg side. That's going to be a wide. That's outside the off stump. That's going to be a wide. The target is 182. Oh, they got 31 runs in the 4 overs. That's somewhere around 7.75 runs per over. The scoring has to be slightly ahead, but they have started off well. In spite of losing those 2 wickets, the scoring hasn't been quite. They might still get close to it. But this is beautifully bowled. Kensington KCC are not taking a backward step. They are going for those runs and not going wildly, going diligently today. Nicely bowled into the Yorker region. That's a wide. The bowler looks flummoxed, but they have been consistent, these two umpires. It's a T20 game, so every ball's going to be scrutinized and judged properly by the umpires. Beautiful Yorker. That's nicely bowled. 40 runs at the end of over number 5. 9 runs in this over. Aditya Bhatia bowling his slower deliveries. He's a good all-rounder. Came in at number 4. Gave good company to Rajesh. And he's a bowler. Actually, he should be interested with the newer ball. He's bowling a relatively new ball. He can take the ball away and bowls at consistent line and length. Ben Holyoke, Adam Holyoke kind of bowler. You had one bowler, this Holyoke brothers in England. They used to bowl that way. Adam Holyoke was one such bowler like Aditya Bhatia. Very rarely does he lose on line and length. He lost his length and line both there, and he gives away 3 wides. Very rarely do we see Aditya bowling wide balls. That's a big appeal by Aditya. That was going down the leg. That's what the umpire must have told. That's beautifully bowled. Absolutely no idea for the wicketkeeper as well. A couple of byes. In fact, a single bye. Oh, he's cleaned him up. He has bowled a slower one. And he has got the first breakthrough. In fact, the third breakthrough. First breakthrough in his spell. Aditya Bhatia getting the third wicket. So Aditya wants one more. So 46 runs at the end of over number 6. Straight to the fielder. Good work by the fielder at point. They got 46 in 6. So 182. They need 137 runs, 136 precisely to win this one from here on. In 14 overs, that is almost 10 runs per over. That's down the leg side, that's going to help. A couple of wides maybe. 2 wides. Yes, umpire Raju extends his arms to signal that. That's beautifully bowled Yorker. Straight to the fielder. Again to the same fielder, but this time they go for that run. Aditya Bhatia, the man in question. Going along fine. Remember, these guys were 79, somewhere around 63 at the end of 10 overs, and they got those runs, 118 of them in the last 10 overs. So 118, that was almost 12 runs per over. They have to get 10 runs per over from here on. That's possible. A couple of runs added to the total now. So even if they are somewhere around 80, 80 is a difficult task. But that's possible though. If they get somewhere around 80 and they would have 100 runs in the last 10, that's possible. That's possible to achieve. They're over number 11 and 12. Then again, 4 number 15 and 16. Where 3 overs they got somewhere close to 18, 19, 16, 20. Those were the overs which made it even. That's no balls are going to help. So good vigilant umpiring. That's a wide, in fact a no ball and a free hit for overstepping. Very rarely do we see bowlers committing that error, because these are bowlers who bowl with controlled pace and controlled run up. He goes for it. The free hit has just not gone for many, just for a single. An over in which they got 8 runs takes them to 54 in 7 overs. They're coming somewhere around 7.75 runs per over. That's right on the back foot. What a shot on the knees and out of the plot. What a shot that is. Classically hit. That wasn't a slog, that was a beautifully timed shot. Nice goal swing into that one. See a lot of shots like this in the 90s. People like Atul Bedade, people like Robin Singh. Those were the typical six hitters, and their sixes used to go long and very high. Just like the way Hardik Pandya hits them. They are not flat at times, they are very far and very high and very long. That's nicely bowled. That's again bowled with a lot of flight and gile. The two batters have looked good after their initial breakthroughs. Balls racing towards the long on for a single. So 61 runs at the end of over number 8. Again, somewhere around the 7.5 runs per over mark. That's beautifully bowled. So many leg spinners in this team. You still see Ankit Zaveri. There is also Raju Hingo in this team. So many leg spinners. Oh, that's on the knees. And that is up and over into the long on. What a shot that is. Naveed is on 17. He has hit two sixes. One in the cow corner, one in that wideish long on region. Both superbly played shots against leg spinner. That takes a lot of skill to hit the ball down the ground. And these are not the shots of just strength. This needs a lot of temperament. This needs a lot of hand-eye coordination. This needs a lot of skill. It's not always about the strength. A good change of shot. That's good improvise. He just wanted to go for a big one. He saw that he wasn't there. Just changed the shot from aggression to a block. Oh, that's caught right in front of the wicket. That's a big blow. The ball which was full got him. Ankit Zaveri getting the batsman was looking so good. He gets LBW. He's got 17. He gets out. Naveed was looking so good with two fantastic sixes. He goes for that cross-batted shot and gives it away. He could have got this team closer to the target. Watsal is the new man in. He'll take some time to settle down. But what a good over this has been. He was hit for a six, but he got a wicket of the man who was showing all the aggression. Naveed was looking so good. He has been sent back. 7 runs and a very important wicket of Naveed in this over. He was looking so good, this man. He gets out unfortunately for KCC. Danny is the new bowler. And left armour, the tweakers, there are so many of them in this team. Aditya Bhatia took the third wicket and Ankit Zaveri taking the wicket in the previous over. Danny coming into bowler. Good left arm bowler. That's beautifully played out the back where the ball is racing towards the point boundary. It will run away for a very good boundary. There was very little gap between the fielder at point and that fielder at short, in fact, extra cover. He bisected both of them to nicety. What a good shot that was. And that was all good footwork. Footwork does not mean always going onto the front foot, dancing down the ground and hitting it down the ground. Shuffling backwards and making room and hitting the ball towards point also is some good work. The good footwork giving him good 4 runs. He goes for it again, not the right choice. Very well bowled by Danny. Pitched up, and how did it miss that off stump? That was pushed and pushed further in length, pushed further with pace. Single. Six runs in this over. At the score at the end of over number 10 is 74. They got 63. These guys have got 74, but they have lost 4 because they had lost 2. So 74, that means they need exactly 108 runs to win this one. In fact, yeah, 108 runs to win this one in the next 10 overs. He was successful in his previous over. 108 runs, 10.8 runs per over needed from here on. There's going to be some entertainment in the next few overs. They need one strong partnership of 30-40 runs in for 3-4 overs. That's was almost another wicket. A good attempt, but his fingers, that was smashed hard. A full toss ball, the best shot is always cross batted. But how many times have we seen people getting out on full tosses? They get greedy and try and hit it out of the park, and they try to hit too hard and they give the wicket away. That should be flat and cross batted. That will fetch you a lot of runs. Wonderful shot of the back foot. 1 run. That's beautifully turned away. The ball is racing for a single. That's beautifully bowled. Nicely tucked away for a single. They're playing it well. They're going along fine, but they need to pace up the innings. Ankit Saberi has bowled well. In first ball of the over, his fingers were in a lot of trouble and pain, but this man has kept his pain away and fighting his pain and also the opposition batsman and trying to consolidate. This is beautifully played. This man is swinging the bat so well. Oh, the small misfield. Very good fielder. The ball just skittled away from his hand. Small error, and that's 4 runs. "83 runs, 9 runs with that boundary of the last ball. They need exactly 99 in the next 9, 11 runs per over. He goes up and over, just short of the fielder, the wide is long gone. A single. This man is swinging well. Another single. This is up and over the covers. No one's going to stop this in one bounce. It crashes into the cover. This man is looking good. The chase is on. We might just see a very, very good encounter coming into the last match of 2022 of the Zooters. All the competitions even. It's been International School Darts Tournament. We also seen some good matches in Smpl Division A, Division B. And it has been a year, the second half in fact, which has been with some interesting encounters. But today it's the ultimate day, and let's see, today this day would be made memorable by KCC by chasing down this mammoth score of 182 in spite of losing those 4 wickets. Let's see whether last day is made special by batting of this kind. They get that quick single. Rajiv Hingo, another leg spinner on show. Another seasoned cricketer will bowl some delightful leg spin bowling. Nicely tucked away for a single. That's what I said. This team is filled with a plethora of leg spinners and off spinners. He's a seasoned campaigner, has played in so many games. Rajiv Hingo, a very, very passionate cricketer. That's down the leg side. He has just lost his line in this over. Generally, he's a very safe bowler. Bowls his leg spinners within that off and middle and tries to cram the batters at time. He wants to do that, but he's losing his way. Yeah, that's flighted. That's in the slot. That's an opportunity just shot. This time the fielder does a good job. He collects it cleanly. Might just see a big shot coming in. Expect a sixer on this ball. Instead, he goes into the cow corner. Goes for, oh, that's good footwork. Qatar 2022. Mbappe and Messi put together. It's difficult at times to bend down. Why not to use the big foot? But that can be dangerous, my son. That can be dangerous, my dear, because you might just get some serious trouble in your ankle. A boundary every over is needed. Nicely played off the back foot. They got a few runs in wides, they got a singles. So they got this over covered. Take my word, if it is in his half, slightly pitched up or into that lane area where he can have a swing, he'll go for that big shot. That's well bowled, showing his experience and how it is accounted for. He just be waiting for that ball to be pitched up and he might go for it. That's remained low and that was well adjusted. Good adaptation by the batter. There would be some work in the gap which is there in these few days. We can see those wickets which were so very good initially will be brought back to the parity and will be the same batting paradises which we had at the beginning and the most part of the season this year. 97 runs at the end of over number 13. They need exactly 85 runs to win this one in the next 7. That's going to be tough now. Also, winters coming in now. The temperature slightly low today, but even in this kind of temperature, this kind of weather, you need to hydrate yourself. If you are falling short and you do not have the requisite amount of salts in your body, you might get into trouble. So hydrate yourself. We have Energal, our ionic drink. So keep yourselves properly hydrated with some juices, with some water, and some ionic drinks like Energal. But that too has to be done prudently. Played off the back foot, single will take the scoring to 98. That's beautifully played on the back foot. That would be 4 runs. Fantastic shot. Shuffled, swiveled, and hiked over the square leg region for a fantastic boundary. That's going to help. They needed at least 3 overs of 15 plus runs. This might be just that over. He is a good bowler, but even against him, chances would be taken now. That was a delightful stroke. Minimum risk, maximum result. Good footwork and technique. He goes for it again. That's the area, that's the bait of going across the line and getting the batter to be a prime candidate of LBW and bowled. Oh, that's beautifully hit into that wideish long off. That's beautifully done, but that's straight, in fact, just short. Oh, what a catch! Brilliantly. Oh, in fact, it just gets out of the hand. He took it so very well, did everything right. As he hit the ground, the ball just popped out of his hands. What a good catch that was. Good effort. Sachin Sheth, he almost pulled off a blinder. The ball was just dying on him. He just took it nicely, but as the elbow hit his body or maybe the ground, the ball just popped out. That's a big reprieve. Good attempt, but he could have held on to it. He is still going for it this time. Again! It was almost 2 wickets in 2 balls. Both half chances. Almost converted. (106). They need 76 in the next 6 overs. Oh, that's gettable. There's almost 13 runs per over, but that's gettable.
Boosted energy, boosted life. I am say iconic, Enersal, energize. I am say iconic.
and he took himself off. He's come back again. Will he bowl that 15th, 17th, and the 19th over? So the equation 76 in the next 6, and almost 13 runs per over needed from here on. But that's fabulous late. The ball's racing toward the widest long off. That would be good work by Sachin. A couple of runs. That was it hard. Take my word, this over is going to go for a few runs now. Or you might get a few wickets also. 16 and 27 are the individual scores. You might just see both of them going big now. Watsal. Oh, that's beautifully played into the cover, straight through him. That would be a couple of runs. Yes, definite two. They get couple of couples in the first two balls. The chase is on. They need exactly 72 in the next 34 balls. So they're going for it. So there is some interest in the last match of the year 2022. This is going to be some scintillating Wednesday, a wonderful whacking Wednesday. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. Good bowling. A slower one drifted. He gets a nice loop and at times the ball moves away. That kind of a ball is a natural, nice bowler with a smooth, clean action. Aditya Bhatia. And he is very successful more often than not. He bowled that quicker one now. 5 runs in the first 4 balls. They need 13 runs per over every over. They got 5. It's wideish long off now. He has been asked to move little wide just to cover that extra cover region. So they got deep extra cover. Then they've got long off who is slightly straighter. They got the long on in into the mid on. So the offside is being fortified now. Take my word, if he's going to hit the ball, all those fielders would be of no use because he might just go over them. He is in the mood to do that. That's what I was talking. Get everybody in, he'll hit you out of the park still. This is a crucial over. And over, as soon as you get off service road, you hit the highway. This is highway time now. It's going to be my way or the highway for the batters now. Forget about the highway. This is expressway. And that too with no speed deteriorations. Just going for it, the batters now. This is interesting time. This is entertainment time. This is what we love and play cricket for. This last few overs. He goes for it again. There is a straightish long off. 118. 12 runs in this over. In spite of that big sixer, not many runs were scored off. 2 doubles, 2 singles and a sixer in this over. So that will be exactly 64 needed in the next 5. A shade under 13 runs per over needed from here on. So the chase is on, the match isn't over. We will have some entertainment. Expect a sixer. That's beautifully ball. That ball will race away for a boundary. Fabulously played shot. What a good shot that is. You might see boundaries and sixes and big shots being played. This was as crisp and effective as that one. What a shot. Proper cricketing shot of the back foot against a very good spinner. He had very little space to work with. He maximized it. It's almost converting a 1 BHK into a 2 BHK. Fantastic shot that was. He goes for it into the cow corner. That's fielded at mid wicket. That was a tough chance. That was hit hard. Single. He's cleaned him up. What a good ball that is. Beautifully bowled. He cramped. He got himself wrong footed and he got out. He was playing so well. They needed him to stay there. Viraj, after playing a sentimental knock, gets out on the score of 39. They needed him to stay there. Oh, that's a very indifferent shot. He wanted to go deep into the crease and go inside out. That's a very interesting first shot. Viraj was needed. He was looking so good. The 16 overs, 125. They need exactly 47 runs to win this one in the next 4 overs. 57 runs, I beg your pardon, in the next 4. That's going to be very difficult. Almost 19 runs per over. In fact, more than 19. 19.25 to be precise. I beg your pardon. 4 overs, 57. So that's going to be 14.25. runs per over. I made a lot of mistakes today in calculation. I was weak in maths in school, still weak now. 14.25 runs per over from here on. Oh, he's got him again. Two batsmen getting out in a similar way. Another wicket, that's the sixth one down. It's not impossible, it's not impossible. You can still chase this down. So RR comes to the crease. Dr. Rahul Rege, RR. So Rajiv bowls it beautifully with a slower pace. He understands the batters, let them do all that hard work. He's not giving anything away in terms of pace. He's bowling slower, still slower. Yeah, slower, and yeah, they have to all make that pace. You may feel it's a very easy ball to hit. No, it's not. Because bowler batter has to put all that strength into it. So it's long hop, but absolutely no strength in it. You have to literally pick that ball and put it away. That takes double the effort and timing. That's what I'm talking about. Slower, slower, and slower. Smart bowling this by the experienced bowler. This is tough now. This is tough. Wicket of the first ball, then two dot balls, then a single. This is getting from hard to improbable now. But Watsal would have different ideas. He might just dispatch the next two balls for boundaries and keep them in hunt. Two sixes would be what is wanted. Two boundaries also would do. Just to keep them with slight hope of winning this one. That's going to help. That would be four. He should continue that. You never know. You get closer to it. That's what the Indian cricket team does. They get it deep. They get it deep. Go deep. Remember, if any time at point of time you feel it's difficult something to be achieved in cricket and life, watch Virat Kohli's last 2 overs against Pakistan. Strong will, determination, and a will to win can get you through most difficult times. This is that kind of target. That's beautifully done. That would be just a single though. Over which promised a lot has delivered just 6 runs. Fantastic bowling by Raju Hingu will seal the deal for them. They need exactly 17 runs per over from this year on. 51 in the next three. That's another blow. That's a big blow, I think. Vatsal getting out would be the final nail in the coffin. Important wicket. So almost a match winning over this one, which will seal the deal. Bhavin, that's good bowling. That is outside off stump. That's what umpire says. That's beautifully done into the back foot, racing away for a couple of runs. That's a full toss. That's going to help. That would be 4 runs. Keep going. You never know. You might get close to the target. That's a shot and a half. That would be one bounce into the fence. In fact, that's fielder. Good work by the fielder over there. But he is going for it. One boundary can manifold your confidence, and you never know. You may be surprised in the month end, in the year end, by some delightful striking from unexpected 141 at the end of over number 18. They need exactly 31 runs. In fact, 41 runs to win this one in 2 overs. Almost improbable, but they should get closer to the target. The leg spinner coming in. The slower leg spinner. So 11 balls in which to get 41 runs. 11 balls in which to get the remaining 41 runs. That's beautifully bowled. Nice pace on the ball. He's got that right length and right pace to bowl in this kind of overs. Even if you are coming to the pitch, you have to make all that strength. What a good shot that is for just a single. They need a lot of boundaries and sixes. They're attempting, they're trying. That's what is more important. You never know. You hit a couple of sixes in this over, that small opening would come. He goes adventurous, gets a run. He's trying everything. Why not try those fancy shots? It's the end of the year. It's the last over. It's a leg by. We might see a catch attempt at long off long on. Maybe a big shot coming in. Instead, it goes into the cow corner. The ball's racing. There's one good fielder over there. That's Rajesh Menon, who has done a great job over there, both with bat in the hand and also fielding. So it's a very happy new year, 2023, from the Zooters family, with all those people who are at broadcasting and the scorers, the volunteers. This has been good experience with you guys in the last 2 3 months, which we are together of this session. We had some new people to meet, some very good people we met, and lot to learn. People like I saw RJ, he was there, Rabindra Jain. I saw a few new players who were some good mates, even Sachin Ambre, Kayur, Manvendra Mishra, Amar Kotian, so many players from different teams. SVKMs, in fact, all the players from SVKMs, many players from JNS, Naveed Bhai, so many new people I met personally, and I learnt a lot from them. Those are all big, very highly successful people with humble mindset and the way they talk with people. We also saw some big celebrities playing on this ground. I saw, in fact, the best presenter of IPL. He was here. Also, we saw some big officers playing in this tournament. Sachin Jadwar, to name one. Also, we saw big industrialists playing together. Some lawyers, some doctors. Dr. Regis here. So many people from different backgrounds, but one common thread connecting all of them: cricket. And we have had wonderful experience in the couple of tournaments which we had. And Zooters, and along with all of us, including me, thank you, Shushruth sir. In fact, Shushruth, I would say, he's a young entrepreneur. People say, why do I call him Shushruth? In fact, he's a player for me first, then someone who arranges or organizes games. And Shushruth has done a great job of putting this to such kind of tournaments together. So many young entrepreneurs, Shushruth heralding almost most of them. And he's a trendsetter, and he generally likes the thing to be in the best possible form. And he has loved you getting over on this ground. You people must have enjoyed, and we have got great pleasure in getting you those matches to you. Also, thank you so much, Zooters. Thank you so much, all of these teams, for allowing me to a part of this wonderful tournament. 2022 last half has been special for me. So I've seen some very positive people, and it's not only about cricket. It's a word beyond passion. They say for cricket, they spend more times on the playground, more than them. They spend the time with their office and families. Look at them. A Sakleen Mushtaq coming into show. Start bowling. Congratulations, strikers. You have struck an important victory. But well done, team KCC. You were fabulous. That untimely wicket of Viraj and departure of Vatsal, that was against you. But you were always win it to win it.